activities, learning some phrases that we can use that are scholarly, that are academic, that make us sound like the intelligent, and like the students about what we're talking about. So if you look on one side, you see where it says prompts. Okay, you can go ahead and draw a box around that. Who knows what a prompt is? What does it mean when I prompt you to do something? I see 2, I see 4. 1 or 2 people know prompt? I see 3. Anybody know what prompt is?
Kind of.
Right? So these prompts we would use when we are trying to get somebody to tell us more, to do something. So and Kyle wants to respond to what Kate says. He might say, in other words, what Kate said was, he's used this response prompt right here, and it sounds really scholarly, doesn't it? Let me see if I heard you right. Brandon, if someone says to you, let me see if I heard you right, how does it make you feel?
You didn't say it correctly.
Maybe like you didn't say it correctly, or what else?
Smart.
Makes you feel smart? Why? Do you think that person was listening?
Yeah.
They're trying to paraphrase what you said. They want to make sure that they're understanding what you said, so they're listening to you and they're clarifying. So okay, I need pilots and co-pilots in position. Okay, place your hand gently above or onto your pilot's shoulders. We want to make sure everyone has one. Remember what we're doing here is we're having a dialogue about should school start later. You're going to present your position, listen, and then respond back. Okay? I'd like you to wait for 2 people to respond. So let's review some of our expectations for the Socratic seminar. Pilots, you're going to start the discussion. You'll have a 2-minute round. And when you're talking, make sure that you're using some of your academic conversation starters. You're acknowledging the person who spoke before you, and you're really participating in a discussion rather than just saying what you think and not connecting it to anybody else. Then we're going to have a 30-second time where the co-pilots can coach the pilots. So in case you don't know what to say, you can go back and look at the text. We'll have another 2-minute round after that, and then we'll switch and repeat the process. When everybody's had their chance to be a pilot and a co-pilot, we'll have our last words where you'll have 10 seconds to think about or summarize what you heard or what your position is. Ready? So I'm going to go ahead and throw out the first question to you. And my first question, what are your feelings? Should school start later? Would it be beneficial for kids to have a later start date? Go.
I think it would be beneficial so kids could get a complete hours of sleep and feel good for school.
Yeah, that's true. And because it says in paragraph 3, 70% of teens not getting enough sleep, and therefore teens arrive at school tired. And then in paragraph 6, it says that the tired teens have an increased risk of depression, anxiety, and obesity and illness.
Adding on to John, it also says in paragraph 6 that teens need an average of 8.5 hours of sleep a night.
It also says in paragraph 7 that fluorescent kids learn better. Building on to what Julia said, like fluorescent kids learn better. I think she was like students are more alert, and there are fewer incidents of training.
Showing the opposing view, like in paragraph 9, it would include dismissing school later, and it could also cut into family dinner time.
I agree with Kyle, but I also think that schools would have to hire bus drivers and get buses, and that would be expensive.
Well, I think if that's a problem, people should carpool.
Or
ride a bike.
Could you explain why that would be a good alternative?
Well, like, before I started DSIS, I used to carpool every morning because I live across town and it's kind of far and my parents have to work. And when I carpooled, it was easier to get here on time and not be late.
Okay, that's the end of our first 2-minute round. Co-pilots, coach your pilots, especially if they haven't participated yet.
Good. Give me some points, Misha. Say that. What about the importance?
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was a pretty decent first round. I heard John quoting 3 different paragraphs from the text, nicely done. And I heard Julia and Kyle quoting paragraphs from the text. That's great. I also heard some of you chiming in. I didn't hear a lot of, I heard some Santi, some great academic language. I'd like to hear you guys acknowledging each other and that you're hearing what the other person is saying. So that could be something we work on for this round. I'm going to throw out another question to take us in a different direction. And this is, how can you connect this to your life? How do you feel personally about when school should start? And how would you connect the text to experiences that you've had in your own life? We have a 2-minute round, go.
I think that, like, I'm usually really tired when I get to school because school starts at 8. I have to wake up at around 6 or 7 just to get to school, like, right on time since I'm on the other side of town. And I'm always asking my parents for, like, 5 more minutes more. It says in paragraph 2.
Building on John's idea, I live in Sacramento, so I live like really far, and it would be way easier to get to school on time on late start when school starts at like 9:45, because I usually am late for my first period.
Sorry.
I agree with Santi and John, and an example from my life is like today, I got to sleep, and even if it wasn't like that much more, I still got extra sleep, and feel well rested.
Building on those ideas, I think that school time should be later because, many people don't always live close to school, so it's hard for them to get there and they have to wake up earlier. And kids don't get enough sleep, like in paragraph 4, or wait, 3, sorry.
I think it's good, cause then people could get Starbucks in the morning. And be happy.
Going, if we had like a later start time, as it says in paragraph 6, he would be at least about 8.5 hours of sleep. Right, I usually get about just maybe 7 or 8, but not 8.5. So I need my 8.5.
Let's go ahead and switch now. Co-pilots, you get to be pilots.
Place your hand on my shoulder.
That last round was really good. You used a lot of academic language. You sounded like you really knew what you were talking about. And that's one of the points of Socratic seminar is to start practicing talking about these complicated ideas and sharing your opinions and listening to them. So co-pilot is going to be your turn now. And I'm going to go ahead and throw out to you, the first question is, what is your opinion based on what you read before and what you just heard? Do you think school should start later, or are you happy with where school starts, the time school starts right now? We have 2 minutes, go.
My opinion is that school should start later because it says that the test scores will go up and there's not as many parties.
Agree with what he said, because, when kids get more sleep, they'll be more awake from it, and they'll be better on tests and stuff like that, and classes. And, I agree with what, Marissa said, because in paragraph 7, it says that, their test scores did rise, and they're happier
sports, some of them start at like 4:15. And if you get out of school later, I would have like time to go home. And
I agree with Ayla, but your education is more important because if you don't have the grades, then you won't be able to play the sports.
Even though students need their sleep, people, their parents have work, and some of them it's at 8, they kind of need to take their kids to school, so they really don't have time to take their kids to school later.
I agree with Gabby, but also some kids can get like, who aren't as good in school, but still are good at school, they can get scholarships off of sports to go to school.
Okay, co-pilots, coach and pilots, 30 seconds, go.
It was a little hard.
Three, two, one. I heard some nice comments, Ava and Marissa, and Sherry, and James too. I'd love to hear now from you, and I want you to think about, whatever your position is, what evidence do you have in the text that you could really use to argue this with someone? So if you were in charge of making a presentation and saying, I believe this should be changed, or I believe it should stay the same, what evidence would you have that you think would be really convincing? And it could be personal evidence, or it could be evidence from the text. What are the most compelling arguments in other words?
It won't show that they need to be on time for anything, that it will just keep changing in order to like help them like on paragraph 11 such as.
I agree with James, because that's true, but I also, as it says in paragraph 6, that studies show that tired teens have an increased risk of depression, anxiety, obesity, and illness. I agree with that, but I also think that we shouldn't, because
Thank you. That was a nice two-way thing. Very good. So almost everybody's participating for last words now. Remember, last words, you have 10 seconds. So think for a second about what you're going to say. What's your final statement that you want to make? If you don't have a final statement, you can say pass. There are a few people who haven't participated yet, so I would encourage those people especially to make sure that you contribute to the conversation. If you go past 10 seconds, I'm going to cut you off by saying next. Okay? You ready? Go.
School should start later.
School should start later.
School should start later so we can get better test averages.
Pass. School should start later so people aren't as tired in class.
I have a quick question. In our final words, can we go back to what someone said? I disagree with John because it costs money to keep the lights on later at night for school sports, so we should decide.
Next.
I think school should start later so kids are happier and healthier and get better grades and not sleep.
School should start later.
I think school shouldn't start later, so they learn how to manage their time better.
I said about the getting better grades, because we usually have here.
From this discussion, you don't need to write the prompt, just put a number 1 in your thoughts and a couple sentences. What did you learn from this, the reading, the discussion, the whole activity that we've done over the last couple of days?